I've always been pretty active growing up. I did pretty much every single sport, from baseball to swimming to football to basketball. I pretty much did everything that you could imagine. I was never really that much overweight, or really pretty much, I guess you can coin fat. It wasn't until recently until I found out I gained a lot of weight. But we're not here to talk about my past endeavors or my upbringings. Today we're here to talk about how I gained over 120 pounds in 1 year.
It's Crossfinger, baby.
It kind of started in 11th grade. So in 11th grade, I started doing full-time dual enrollment, which means I was taking college classes as a high schooler while I was in high school. And to be full-time, that means you don't have to go back to your high school at all. You're pretty much on campus full-time as a college student, but you're still a high schooler. Around that time, I had worked a job. I was making pretty much good money, and I was just sitting around eating pretty much all day, every day. But the root of the problem didn't start until 10th grade. Maybe probably the end of 10th grade, end of the first semester in 10th grade is when it actually happened. It was due to anxiety and depression because of the isolation and socioeconomic pressure. I tended to compare myself to others. I felt that I was kind of left out in a way because of my upbringing and because of the current situation that I was in and my family was in. I went to a school that was pretty middle high class, so a lot of the people there, they wore certain clothes that I didn't wear. Their parents drove certain cars that ours didn't drive. So I kind of indirectly compared myself to everybody else, and it kind of made me feel a sense of isolation, as if I didn't fit in, and that's why that is the exact reason why I decided to do full-time dual enrollment my 11th grade year. And funny is, when I came back my senior year, people thought that I had moved away, or they thought that I had transferred schools. So I kind of thought that was something to be noted as well, as for a lot of people who watching this who didn't know what happened to me that year that I was gone, is I was doing full-time dual enrollment because I just didn't feel comfortable at Westlake, and I took that year to be on my own, and I decided I wanted to come back. So then, and even now, my mind has always been going a mile a minute. My mind is always racing. I'm always trying to figure out the next big idea to get me in a better situation, to be successful. That's how I've always been. I'm even like that to this day. And that was kind of the main reason for my insomnia the other week. That was the reason why I couldn't sleep sometimes at night. There was even times throughout the week where I didn't sleep for 48 hours. I'd be 2 days straight just up, off of just me just wanting to grind, just trying to do whatever I can. At the time, I was doing YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for about 7 years now. So I've been on YouTube side since I was in 8th grade. And, I had always been passionate about making videos. It was never about the money for me. And so I didn't really start feeling discouraged about it until I got into high school, and I started realizing that nobody was really supporting me the way that I thought. Nobody was watching my videos, and nobody was really reposting me, and I just kind of felt like I was just thrown to the side. Not to alienate or throw anybody under the bus, but not even my family was watching my videos. And I'm not gonna get too mixy on here, but the reason why my mind was racing so much is because my motivation was to always find a way to get my mom into a new house. I always wanted to move my mom into a beautiful house. I wanted her to live in an amazing neighborhood. I wanted to live in an amazing neighborhood. I wanted a really big house. I wanted all the fast cars. I wanted all the clothes. that's what my ideal life is like, to be able to do what I want to do whenever I want to, and to be wherever I want to be. And so that has always been my mindset since young. I took it very seriously younger than a lot of people have. And so that's why I've always just been, okay, I gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do that. And that's what contributed to that. And I just wanted to just relax, and all the pressures of being the next one up, being the next one to be successful, being the next one to make it. And the family has really like hit me, in high school, in those younger years. And it hit me so hard. So it was like, I just got so tired. I just wanted to relax. I wanted my mind to be at ease. I was tired of always not being able to sleep, because I would like, it'd be some times where I would doze off, but then I'd wake back up with something, because I felt like I needed to be doing something else. Like my slogan used to be "Sleep is for billionaires." Like my slogan, my actual nickname that I called myself was "No Sleep Reek." Like that's like, if people know what I'm saying, like if you heard that name before and you were at my high school, then you know that I'm telling the truth. Like always had that motto is I cannot sleep until I'm rich. That's how it's always been. And I took it very literal, like very literal, as you can see. And so not being able to sleep was causing me to be really groggy and really tired. And in some of my YouTube videos in high school, and I did high school vlogs, you would see me actually falling asleep on camera. And I would say that's probably one of the lowest moments my life for sure, is letting it get to me that bad. Like I didn't even know that that's how bad it was. Like, and if you were wondering what it was NyQuil. It was the cough, the night cold and cough medicine that make you go to sleep. I was, using that. And what I would do is I would pour it in to whether it was juice or soda, and I would sip on it pretty much every single day. And of course I was taking more than a dosage. I mean, I don't even know how much. Like, I probably go through like a bottle or two a week. You know what I mean? It was really bad. I did that for probably 6+ months going into my 11th grade year, and I mean, it was just like I would wake up, go to school, go to work, come home, do chores, go straight to sleep. Like I didn't want to have to deal with nobody. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I was tired of just everything. I was tired of everybody. I just wanted to go to sleep and just be to myself. That's what I wanted. And it just got addicting, and it got pretty bad quick, actually. As I referenced earlier that I was in I'm in my 11th grade year. And I would sit around and eat all day because I had money from the job that I was working. And so, that combination of eating and then going to sleep, and then eating and then going to sleep with no type of exercise, it was like it was compounding every single day for multiple months at a time. And I didn't even notice before my own eyes that I was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I went from a medium shirt to a large shirt to an extra large shirt, now to a double XL, then I went from being able to wear jeans and being able to go to any place and get jeans to shopping at a couple places, maybe Forever 21, maybe 18, and be able to buy some jeans. Then I went from not being able to really find jeans my size anywhere. And so I felt the aftermaths of it like probably a year ago, and I'm still dealing with the aftermaths of that. And to give you more of a numbers thing, I was 180 in the beginning of high school. I was 180. I was 5'9", 180 pounds in high school. And when right before 11th grade hit, I was 180. After 11th grade, I was 270. And going into college after my senior year, I was coming up on the 300s. And right now I'm topping out around 300. So to give you a number, that's exactly how that is. Now, I know people are saying like, you don't look like you could be that big, or you don't look like that's your weight. The reason is because I've always had like little spurts where I wanted to work out. And so I did, but then I would get inconsistent. I would stop, and then I would get back on it, and then I would stop. And like sometimes there was a period where like I didn't, like in high school, my freshman year, I didn't have a meal plan. So like I didn't really eat that much. I was really eating like tuna cans and pineapples. So I dropped 60 pounds in like 6 months. I actually lost weight, but then I gained it back because I was stress eating because of being in and out of high school, in and out of college, not in and out, but in and out of a college dorm, and trying to still go to school, trying to commute, having car troubles, taking buses, and then just getting a new job, working full time, going to school full time. It was like, it was like, oh my, like everything was just compounding into each other. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how I gained the weight in the first place. Like I was saying, I was, you know, on a NyQuil for about 6 months, whatever. And I was gaining weight rapidly, and I just didn't know before my own eyes. Little did I know, there are 2 ingredients in NyQuil that changed my health drastically. As it states here on this website, which ingredient has its downsides? Dextrometamorphin and diphenhydramine are especially nasty when it comes to weight gain because they are both a long-lasting sedating effect. In fact, any cold and flu medicines produced by nighttime symptoms, NyQuil, Tylenol, PM, and anything labeled nighttime, cause your activity levels to drop, as you might expect. If taken over a long duration, you will burn less calories, obviously affecting your weight. So that shows right there that, you know, those 2 things that were in there was triggering that me not being able to be active as much as I wanted to. You know, throughout the day, I never really wanted to run. I was really slow and dragging, and the effects of gaining weight very, like, I'm sorry, give me a sec. The effects of gaining weight so fast, especially when you were a certain way just a couple years ago, and now you're totally different than what you've always been. You know, it's brought along so many insecurities that's made it so hard for me to be comfortable in my own body. Like, I hate wearing shirts like these because I feel like my nipples are going to show. I hate wearing, I don't own any gray shirts, probably one, but I don't wear gray shirts because I feel like there's going to be sweat in different flaps of my body. You know, I hate running in public. I hate working out in front of people. I hate being called big fella, big guy. Like, I went from being called, yo, what's good, bro, to it was going big guy. Like that, it messes with me so much. And I know that people that do, they don't mean that much harm, but like in my mind, it's just like, man, like nobody was calling me this before, you know, like it hurts knowing that I can't shop at the stores that I used to shop at before because they just don't have my sizes anymore. And it's very easy to gain the weight, but it's really hard to lose it. You know, with the eating habits that I've built and then the habits of not working out and everything, it's so hard to get yourself onto a program and stick to it. And it's just like, it's affected many relationships. Like me and my girlfriend, I can't go to a pool. Like if it's hot outside, like I can't go to the pool. I don't want to take my shirt off. I just can't, you know, like I've always wanted to trim my hair. You know, I wanted to trim my hair, but I can't because I just feel like my face is just so fat. I would just look weird, you know. And I feel like even with certain hairstyles, like getting braids, like getting cornrows, like I feel like my face just looks so weird. It's so fat, you know. And a lot of people tell me, you know, you look fine, you know, you're not that big, but to go from this to this, the confidence levels is definitely not there anymore, you know. Like, I got a lot of things I got to work on, of course. You know, I have been getting better, you know what I mean? And I am getting better with eating a little better. When I get into my new place, I'm actually going to be doing meal prepping. Please be ready for those that kind of content coming soon. But, you know, it does get tough. And I do want to thank everybody who is there supporting me, who still is there supporting me through everything. It's always been, it's been a rocky road for me, and I do appreciate everyone else. But anyways, guys, if you haven't, be sure to go ahead and comment down below, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, man, if you like this kind of content. And without further ado, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video.